Jenner and dear students, so in first part we read that the child entered into the fair and he got attracted towards all the stalls like sweet shop, balloons, snake charmer, garland, and he reached to the roundabout for which he demanded to his parents. So let's move to the content. There was no reply. He turned to look at his parents. They were not there. Ahead of him, he turned to look on either side. They were not there. He looked behind. There was no sign of them. Now, when he demanded for the roundabout, he wants a reply from his parents, but he didn't get. Then he turned around to look his parents. So, in the para, when his parents did not reply, he turned towards them. He saw that they were nowhere around. He looked around and behind, but his parents were nowhere to be seen. A full deep cry rose within his dry throat, and with a sudden jerk on his body, he ran from where he stood, crying in real fear. Mother, father, tears rolled down from his eyes, hot and fires. His flushed face was convulsed with fear. Panic stricken, he ran to one side first, then to the other, hither and thither in all directions, knowing not where to go. Mother, father, he wailed. His yellow turban came untied and his clothes became muddy. So, in this para, when the boy not found his parents, he cried loudly, jerked his body and ran here and there, calling out for his parents. He was full of fear and tears started rolling down his cheeks as he wailed and ran around, his turban open and his clothes became muddy. Having run to and fro in a rage of running for a while, he stood defeated, his cries suppressed into sobs. At little distance, on the green grass, he could see through his filmy eyes men and women talking. He tried to look intently among the patches of bright yellow clothes, but there was no sign of his father and mother among these people, who seemed to laugh and talk just for the sake of laughing and talking. So, here in this para, after some time he gave up. After some time of crying, he gave up. The loud cries turned into mild sobs. अब वो सिसकियों में बदल चुकी थी. He saw some people standing and talking and tried to find if his parents were among them. The laughter and talks of the people were meaningless for the child. He was simply searching for his parents. So he ran quickly again, this time to a shrine to which people seemed to be crowding. Every little inch of space here was congested with men, but he ran through people's legs, his little shop lingering, mother, father, near the entrance to the temple. However, the crowd became very thick. Men jostled each other. Jostled means they are pushing each other. Heavy men with flashing, murderous eyes and hefty shoulders. Hefty means large and heavy. The poor child struggled to thrust away. Thrust means push away between their feet, but knocked to and fro. Knocked means hit to and fro by their brutal movements. Brutal means harsh and tough, rough movements. he might have been trampled underfoot. Trampled means crushed. Had he not shrieked at the highest pitch of his voice, "Father, Mother," a man in the surging crowd, surging means powerful, heavy, crowded, heard his cry and stopping with great difficulty, lifted him up in his arm. So now let us see in the para what is. The boy ran towards a temple which was crowded with people. He ran through the leg of men, calling out of his parents. The crowd was pushing each other as he neared the entrance of the temple. The boy got scared of huge, strong men who sat at people with their murderous eyes and pushed them with their strong and big shoulders. The boy could have been crushed under the feet of a man had his cries not been heard by a man in the crowd. He lifted the child. Now, a person came and lifted that child. So, let's move to the next para. How did you get here, child? Whose baby are you? The man asked as he steered clear of the mass. The child wept more bitterly than ever now and only cried, "I want my mother, I want my father." So, as that strange man got the child out of that crowd, he asked him how he had reached there and what were his parents' names. The boy cried even more and repeated that he wanted to go to his mother, to his parents. Now, the man tried to soothe him by taking him to the roundabout. "Will you have a ride on the horse?" he gently asked as he approached the ring. The child's throat tore into 1,000 shrill sobs and he only shouted, "I want my mother, I want my father." So here, after getting that child, the man tried to relax the child by taking him to the roundabout swing. He also offered him a ride on horse, but the child only screamed and wept loudly that he wanted his parents. The man headed towards the place where the snake charmer still played on the flute to the swing cobra. "Listen to that nice music, child," he pleaded. But the child shut his ears with his fingers and shouted, his double-pitched strain, "I want my mother, I want my father." The man took him near the balloons, thinking the bright color of the balloons would distract the child's attention and quieten him. "Would you like a rainbow-colored balloon?" he persuasively asked. The child turned his eyes from the flying balloons and just sobbed, "I want my mother, I want my father." So here man has tried everything to soothe the child, to relax the child, as the man started walking back on the same route which the child had taken. So he took the child to the snake charmer and he asked him to listen the nice music played by the snake charmer. As earlier the child interested in that music, but this time the child shut his ears with his fingers and screamed loudly that he wanted his parents. The man took the child to the bright colored balloons, hoping that he might get cheered by seeing them. He offered the child a balloon, but he turned away and wept for mother, for father. But continuously he only wept and asking for his parents. The man is still trying to make the child happy, bore him to the gate where the flower seller sat. "Look, can you smell those nice flowers?" Child, would you like a garland to put around your neck? And here again the man tried to soothe the child by offering him what the man is trying. The man is trying to make the child happy, to offer him, to took the flower seller. He took him to the flower seller. He asked him to smell the fragrance of the flower, and he also offered him a garland. Now, in the next para, the child turned his nose away from the basket and retreated. Retreated means repeated. His sob, I want my mother, I want my father. And the child refused to smell the flower that he wanted to buy earlier, because now his priority was to get his parents only. So, thank you, class. Now, we move to the next para, thinking to humor. His disconsolate, charged by a gift of sweets, the man took him to the counter of the sweet shop. What sweets would you like, child? He asked. The child turned his face from the sweet shop and only sobbed, I want my mother, I want my father. So, here he again, person finally took him to the sweet meat seller and offered to buy sweets for him, but still the child did not want his favorite sweet burfi this time, but he only wanted his parents. Thank you, class, and I hope you all well understood the chapter. Thank you once again.